All right, both should be on now. And let me do myself a favor. And see if this works. Sweet. All right, both works. All right, perfect. Let me jump over back to the game now. So chat's working. That's working, and all right, time to play the demo, I guess. Oh, trading mission. I have to get trained. All right, but yeah, time to experience what the demo's all about. I haven't played it yet, so we're gonna see what it entails. I heard there's a few changes though too. I can't skip the tutorial. It's a demo, right? So it makes you play it the first time. Essentially, when you don't have a save file, it makes you replay the demo again. All right, so basic tutorial again. We can just quickly come over to here. Any changes at all yet? Definitely need to go into settings, probably. All right, drop. Yeah, but in the guide, I never played the demo though. So I have no idea what's in here or not. It also sounds too like there was some changes we don't know about yet in the demo. So it looks like they might have some changes that they were working on a little bit.
Home free.
So today is demo day. And to be fair too, so I would not be surprised if we see in like the next 2-ish hours, the Steam Halloween sale go into effect. I don't know if these guys are doing anything for the Steam Halloween sale. We'll just have to see. Hey Benjamin, hey Justin. But yeah, we're just gonna see if we're playing the demo for right now. We're gonna see basically if there's anything happening later today. I have no idea, but today should be the day that the Halloween sale goes into effect, I would imagine, for Steam. So if they're doing anything for the Halloween sale, or like the Halloween Fest, or what the fuck you want to call it, I imagine it would pop off then. And like, once again, this is just me like thinking things, right? This is like not necessarily accurate. Yeah, hold on here. We're gonna go down to not that. Frame rate quality, gotta go up all the way. Yeah, that's 50%. Particle quality low. This should be fine for now. We can go up later if we need to. But the demo like being released and not announced is a bit weird. So it makes me think that they might have accidentally. Is it? Yeah, it's only Ashen Mesa. Okay, I think it's all encompassing, right? It's a good map to like show the players like a little bit of everything. Interesting. Okay, so we're at the Scavs. They just okay, perfect. Oh, weird too. There we go. We have vendors now again. Huh. But yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. First off and foremost, that like they released the demo with absolutely just no announcement at all, on like a Friday. So it makes me think that either they didn't do it on purpose, or that they're trying to get like a real quick QA from people already following the game, to see if like there's anything incredibly wrong with it before they like push out like a sale slash like announcement with the Steam sale for Halloween. Connor, Elephant Mausoleum I would say is a good example of the game, but at the same time Elephant Mausoleum also runs probably the worst for a lot of the people. I think Ashen Mesa is the best compromise because they know they've done overhauls for vehicles, right, where Mesa runs better now. Mausoleum, I still get a lot of dips for FPS, almost regardless of the settings I'm playing, right? So I think all things considered, Mesa Mesa shows off the scale, it shows off a lot of the cool stuff. Eclipse too. I'm not sure if Eclipse is in the variant right now, the demo, but Eclipse is awesome. But yeah, I think it was wise to do Mesa. I think the biggest thing I'm questioning right now is like, why do they come up with a demo on a Friday unannounced? That's like the biggest sketch thing for me. All right, let's see if there's anything else new around here. I doubt there is, but heavy rifle still says 200 damage. I wonder if it actually is 200 damage though. And we only get one character, right? Yeah, we only get old man. So I guess this is technically an old man playthrough too, because we usually don't play old man. All right. I guess that's what we have for now. Vendors. Still in level 1. I guess we'll just run it as is, I guess. Actually, have you guys ever seen the punishment that a low level Scar will bring you? Because if not, you're gonna see love and joy. It's gonna be great. And you think we probably want a lot of ammo for the Scar, but we don't actually need a lot of ammo because it's got 8-round magazines. Meaning it can't do shit basically. Actually, we need less than that. We're already basically full. Ugh. I think this is fine. Mesa. I mean, I'll stay on public if anyone wants to join. If you want to download the demo real quick. I'll go ahead and run one now though. Oh god, if it was Scrapyard. Yeah, I mean, Enclave's a great map for like, it's like starting out too, I will say on Enclave, right? You start with that first map, so you kind of get like, you seem to get like right in regards to like, you get used to Enclave, and then you don't want to actually leave it because that's like the one map you're familiar with. That's fair, Pixel. It could just be the fact that like they haven't updated anything yet. I wonder if the sites are aligned. That would be a huge change. No, that's a lot of drones. But yeah, the Pixel, that's a fair point. Yeah, I'm curious too, like, so this is a demo too, but like, I imagine there might be some changes in here that they've put in to see if like things are better. So hold on, the first things first, if we can headshot these guys with this gun, might mean they fixed some of the headshot things. I'm not sure about that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, fuck. Why is this Scar so bad? Why is this Scar so bad? Okay. Well, it's hard to tell. Because okay, so first things first, we noticed that definitely the, there was still a drop off or misalignment with the iron sights, it seems like. Definitely noticed that still, so that doesn't seem like it's been fixed at all. God, the Scar is so bad. Let's try the regular gun, the regular AK, it's so much better. Yeah, the reason why you just saw is why we don't use the Scar, right? Because 8 shots you have to reload, and that reload kills you because you can't keep them staggered. Meanwhile, the AK can murder them. Yeah, mister. And it doesn't feel like it was doing more damage. It's hard to tell, though, without being able to hit headshots, though.
Just gotta get through one.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see if they fixed anything though, right? Because like, I could easily see them like internally buffing the damage of the Scar, but then forgetting to update the UI for it. Looks a bit more purple. Huh, I mean, maybe. I guess it does usually look a lot more orangey, right? I don't know, I think I've seen the shadows before though too. This might just be like, I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly. They could have done like a shading pass though too, just made like the actual environment look better. Plenty of fog. Hey, my stuff. Got my scar back. The game feels like it's running smoother. I just can't tell though. I could turn on. Hold on. So it might just be like anecdotal, not really. I feel like that's I mean, I'm running all medium though, so that might be it too. 75 frames, 70 frames. Those sound a bit different actually. It's so hard to tell without. Yeah, so there is a demo out right now. We're playing it. It's just Ashen Mesa, but I'm trying to figure out if there's any changes here that they stuck in the demo, but not to us. It sounds a bit more bassy. The T90 is still drifting. LOD is still LOD. Hold on. We did go upgrade the LOD a bit. V distance quality high. They're still a bit derpy. Not really, no. Yeah, Leo, I mean, that's the nice thing about the demo, right? It's just more of like it is a demo, right, for like actually playing the game and figuring if you like it or not, but it's also a demo too, in the sense of, can your computer run this game? I am. All right, shotgun ammo, 7.62. Guess we should get water? Drone, no. Yeah, Pix, I can see that too, right? In a sense of, well, that's my whole like theory, right? Is they released it early Friday for QA because people will, like, the people following the game will see it and play it and like let them know if anything's like hugely wrong with it, and in the meanwhile they can work on like the announcement / the trailer perhaps, or anything like else, or the main patch too for live. Say for example if they're like actually, because like everyone's thinking this month, right? And like, so they missed Next Fest, but there is the Halloween sale coming this week, so I could see this game being considered spooky enough for Halloween. There's the crate. We actually don't have a lot of room. We can probably already leave. Oh yeah. I've been doing that before. I just don't do it all the time. I'm a creature of habit. So once I get used to something, I usually just stick with it, even if it's like a little bit inefficient. If it's widely inefficient, I will generally change my ways. But like, for example, looting all, I will generally just stick to looting all, as opposed to doing the shift plus space, or the tab plus space. But for the ammo, yeah, I usually just like type in all ones or something like that, right? Don't you do it. Yeah, forcefully visiting people for candy. I need you guys to like politely move out of the fucking way, if you would so kindly.
Let them fight and we can pick off the stragglers.
Alright, well, you don't see me. You don't see me. Just an old man. I'm just an old man. Holy shit, the damage. Do they do more damage? I mean, we did get gunned down, right? Okay. I'm curious. I wonder if... Huh. Now, granted, running away from a squad of your open soldiers is something, right? Were they... They're usually... I'm curious. Hold on. I'm actually curious now. Are they more accurate? I need to actually survive a raid, though. And first things first, I need to survive a raid. I'm too busy experimenting. Yeah, they usually... So they usually... The general Europa troopers have scars. And they usually don't shred that much. Yeah, pixel, but 1K is not that low either, too, right? Hey, Wobbly Toe. It's going well. We're just kind of playing the demo, getting a feel for it. Trying to, we're mainly, or well, rather, I'm trying to see if there's any changes like snuck into the demo that weren't really announced or are in the live game yet. And I'm wondering if maybe just AI changes so far. I don't remember Europa soldiers being that accurate, the baseline soldiers, but I could just have like, it could have been like Pixel saying like more HP. Could have been the fact that they weren't fighting anyone else. But I am curious. The AI seems a bit more deadly now, so I wonder if they're taking their factor with like the game. So a common theme was like it felt like too much like you were that guy. So I wonder if they snuck in some accuracy or maybe some more damage with them to fix that. The AI does seem a bit more responsive, actually. Like it does seem like the AI is maybe moving a bit better. Like, it's still anecdotal yet. It could be no rep too. That's a good case also, then since they don't aggro as quickly, right? When you have higher rep. It does seem like the AI is moving a bit better though. A little bit less derpy. But once again, all anecdotal so far. All anecdotal.
Worth the extra weight.
Yeah, I think most people are right now bed. Like I said, it's probably this. It's got to be this week, right? And also the big thing too is like, there's a sale this week. Oh, there's always a Halloween sale. I could see them doing that. Yeah. Without getting patch notes too, it's exactly hard to tell what they changed. And like I said, so far it feels like the AI is more, or sorry, less derpy so far. I mean, actually, that's a great point. Hold on. For science, I'm never going to survive one of these raids now at this point. But Momo just made a really good point of checking it out. Yeah, Wobbly, like, for sure, there's a lot of issues with Bagman right now. Or, like, the big thing I was hoping they'd fix in this little patch was definitely the, like, the unaligned ADS for a lot of guns. I could see that being a lot of work, though. Was that always there? That blue light? Might just be my medium settings. Tanks? Still don't care. Got it. We should get away before the the mechs blow shit up. Or rather blow me up. Hey, Goober, at this point though, like, yes, it's immersion breaking to see the tanks go flying off, but it's also really fucking funny. Oh yeah, the crouch, yeah, the crouch bug with Bagman, right? Well, so you crouch and it just like misaligns your ADS even more so than normal. Yeah, at that point, like Ben, it's like almost like a bug that's now a feature in the sense that T90s get punted sometimes. Yeah, Frosty, it's just like some weird quirk of there as the system currently, right, where the tanks just don't care. It kind of does make a little bit sense though, because usually tanks have very, very poor peripheral vision. Like mechs, I can see like having a lot of like optics, right? But for it's always been a thing with tanks, right? Is like infantry next to tanks can sometimes go unnoticed a lot of the time. Like I can make the case for tanks more than I can for mechs. This is the demo. Yeah, that is correct. We are playing Ashen Mesa only. Weird Hef share. We're basically seeing what's in the demo, and we're also seeing if they maybe snuck anything into the demo that they haven't shown us yet on live, because they were working on the demo in tandem with, I guess, the patch. But they were knocking out content for the demo as opposed to having it in the having it in the full game. So we're basically trying to see if there's like a sneak peek of what's going on. Yeah, that is true too. Demo players can only play the demo players currently. I can't really fight you. If I fight you, I'm gonna die because there's more of you. Yeah, exactly. Like that's 100% toe, right? The tanks have to use like cameras or vision ports or so on and so forth, or like periscopes to see us. Like, and it's a T90, right? If it was like a high-tech tank with like cameras everywhere, it's a different story, but... So, random, my thought is Mausoleum has performance issues, and Scorch doesn't usually give you the full breadth of the game. It can get... Scorched Enclave is great for farming, but it becomes pretty samey very quickly. Mesa, you have a lot of the map to explore, and like the nice centerpiece of Mesa Mesa is like that fight. So like they can just watch the fight. It's only Old Man and Ashen Mesa. That's what we know so far. All right, we need 1 barrel of water. So yeah, only Mesa and Old Man currently. I can't afford that at all, so no reason to. Yeah, the Corvax, good point also, yeah. Oh, Pendleton's unlocked already, cool. What do we need for Equipment Runner again? Yeah, 360k. A little bit cheaper though, I think it's like 270 once we get our stuff up. All right, let's sell stuff to you. And actually, I can go and upgrade this because the Bundleton's already available. So I believe we're a large slot center, right? Yeah, large. There's very large top, actually. So top, large. Oh, I don't have you unlocked yet, I don't think. That's tragic. I guess it's level 3 for that. I guess we're stuck with our shitty container for now. Alright, if that's the case, still an AK. 545. We can't bring that much in, unfortunately. I want to bring more in, but I just can't. But I can get better medkits from Heisenberg now. Which does help out a lot. No, Toy Soldier, I have both installed currently. It takes up like 60 or 70 gigs, so it's a pretty sizable, chunky install for one map. Toe, I don't. I did play Dune forever ago, but no, I haven't really narrated and done anything like that now. Oh, Garrison, remember, we're on the demo, right? This is a fresh account, so like we have nothing. Nothing, we're poor. So yeah, well, we have a little bit of ammo. It's really all we can. If we want to loot, like this is the problem right early game, in the sense of if you want to be able to shoot things and heal yourself, you give up your ability to loot. And I will say too, one reason also for Ashen Mesa is Mesa can be a hard map to live through. It kind of gives you the sense that you're a survivor a lot more than Enclave. Once you get a good money route on Enclave, you can just farm that and almost never die, right? Well, this map always has that that chance of chain bridge, you know, bunkers, so on and so forth, like roll throwing a wrench in your plans.
Check your mags before we
The pipes extract on Enclave is a bit too easy. That's a good idea, Connor. We should get the gun runner rig eventually. We can try that out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Enclaves doesn't like show the game out very well, especially if the variant is on. Like if they have Eclipse on here, it'd be insane. Drones, no. I could definitely see it too. It's just UE5, right? So I imagine mods will be a popular thing eventually. Okay, and that's a case of why having more bullets is better. So it took us most of our clip to kill all 3 of them, but during that time, because we could sustain our fire, they were getting staggered most of the entire time, so they couldn't shoot back. The recovery window right now for like getting staggered is pretty large for NPCs, or pretty long for NPCs. So like, as long as you keep shooting at NPCs generally, they won't be able to kill you, like shoot you back at all. Dude, that guy is going off. Was there an audio pass? I don't remember those sounding as meaty as before. It's so hard to tell without going. I'll go to the live game later and see myself too, but like, it does feel like a lot of the sounds are meatier now, like a little bit more bass. Like there was an issue before where like a lot of the guns or effects were untouched and they didn't have enough bass, it felt like. I mean, and I will say this too, I do have a pretty unbassy headset. Like my headset does not have a lot of bass in it, so. But it definitely sounds like there's more bass though. We're getting close to full. Yeah, Ben, like I said, the timing of the update or the patch, or sorry, not the patch, the demo, the timing of the demo makes me really like lean toward that. Like it was like they talked about it and it was just like, okay, we're planning the patch for like next week with the Halloween update. We have the demo already available. Should we just wait to put the demo? I was like, no, just throw it up on the page. That's the conversation I can see in why the demo was announced or released unannounced. Was that kind of conversation, right? That's a good point, Pick, so we can definitely test that out too. Thanks for the follow, Taupe. But yeah, I don't know. So we're just trying to get a sneak peek, and like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if a couple hours from now, maybe 2 or 3 hours with the Halloween update, we might get an update for the game. They could wait till the Halloween too. We'll just have to see. Yeah, that could be it too, Ben. I feel like they have a little bit more planning than that, but I don't know. These drones are gonna kill me if I try to cross, especially you. Oh, there's only drones here, so. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Bradley, that's like my leaning, right? That is how I feel about it too. Like they were getting ready and it accidentally got released and they were like, oh no, it got released. It's like that, like that or QA or something like that. Like, yeah, I don't think it was put out on purpose necessarily. Drones, no. I'm helping you. We got plenty of actually. Crawlers? Yeah, crawlers. Alright, melee feels the same. Yeah, there's always like a never enough like settings like this toe, right? With regards to like post-apoc / dystopian. I want to free you. Actually, you can live there. Enjoy your new home. Don't fall. That's a good test. Unfortunately, we don't have a character that we can actually test that with, right? It's an LMG and we're old man, so we can't use LMGs. So we wouldn't be able to test personally, which is sad. Though I do feel like also like if they're gonna touch up melee, I almost feel like melee's gonna be the last thing they touch up. John Foreverwinter.
Not bad.
Like an in-depth melee system would be cool, but I definitely think on the priority list it probably falls all the way down. The first thing I would want to see is like maybe reworked animations for melee, make it a little bit smoother, because like right now having animation locked, like having you stand in place when you melee, just feels really bad. It feels like a way of how you die. This is how you died. You hit V to melee, You got animation locked in place and then got turned into a shish kebab. All right. I can prestige. Oh boy. Look at me go. I now have 40 more HP. So I wonder, I got a few things for you already. Gas tube E is pretty big. It's a big damage upgrade for us. Like with an upgraded barrel, we should be able to get to over 200, which is a big milestone. Let's go to Grillo though, because Grillo should go ahead and sell silencers like right off the bat. At least he used to. Yeah, suppressed device. These might not go on this actually. You might need a little bit higher. Let me turn off hiding compatible. Oh, why is this? I don't know why this is on. Why this does this? Because I can actually buy these now. Why do you do that? So if you're playing the demo, you can buy suppressors off Grillo immediately. Just turn off this button here. I don't know why it's on, but that will show you the silencers you can buy for your AK or M4. So we should be able to go over to here now and muzzle device. Yeah. You definitely want a silencer. So you technically, so the way it works, right, is you lose what you have on you when you die in raid. You can go back though and recover your body or your rig, and it will return your guns and return any upgrades to your rig, but it won't return anything inside of here, inside of your containers. So like, say for example, you got a bunch of loot on your character, that's gone forever when you die, but you can go recover your weapons if you want. All right, the other thing we want to do here is go to Aramaki. I don't think I have a barrel upgrade yet for him, but... Wait, do you not sell AK barrels? Am I crazy? AK. Oh, it's being called the gas tube, right? Gas tube, and we're looking for... Yeah, we got the gas tubes. Let me buy you two. What else we got? Yeah, nothing yet. A lot of these are locked by weapon XP, so like when you start killing stuff with weapons, you get more XP for your weapons. Yeah, AK barrels are still locked. Okay, there they are. Very sad. So we have our suppressor. I don't necessarily need a red dot. Getting a better mag would be huge though too. Did we get a better rig yet? We did. Okay, so now we can test out to see if they fixed the whole, like, or not fixed or changed how that works. Alright. So, weapons and ammo, 545. Oh, I need to buy some 545, actually. Let me go ahead and sell you some things. Not really moving the... We're there at all. 500 rounds, so... Whoop, whoop. No. What? There we go. Character loadout, 545. We'll bring in like 240. We'll do some fighting first, and then probably stop murdering everything. There's a lot of conventional guns in the game currently. They say like they're gonna add more homebrew ones too, which is great. I do hope they at least do an aesthetic overhaul of the guns that currently exist in our modern weapons. I want to see some like scuffedness to them. All right, so I think we're good. Oh, we have a person with us. Hello, old man 2. Yeah, Aramaki is, I mean, I generally have to do a lot to make Aramaki like me, because I generally have the condition where I kill cyborgs a lot. That's fair, Dixon, but like my case, right, if we're in the far future of like post-apocalypse with like cyborgs and like giant mechs, like, I don't know, I just feel like I would want weapons to look a bit more dystopian slash worn down, or just like not so many. Like I can see like M4s and AKs, but like G36s are starting to stretch it a bit. Like a lot of like weird guns or more niche guns. And if they felt more unique, I'd be more interested in too. There's a lot of guns right now that currently overlap kind of in their use case. I don't have any, remember we're on the demo count right now. I don't have anything in my inventory at all. So like nothing. Yeah, Dixon. Yeah. Old Bad Squad. I mean, but Ben, the AA-12 actually looks like it belongs, though. Fred, come on, you could do it. Is there a voice chat? I know there is, right? Don't make me regret this. It's a little baby Scav. Only Discord? Oh, there's no, yeah, no. Ben, that's literally my always fear. That's the fear of me being in public lobbies. Is someone, you know, feeling frisky and saying the gamer word. Dixon, yes, just don't worry. I've been on the internet for a very long time. I have extreme trust issues with players I don't know. Oh yeah, I mean Xbox Live lobbies back in the day, Ben, like old like 1.6 and Source lobbies. Yeah, like don't worry, I've been around the blocks and I know people. Poor guy already lost his AK. Gamer word is basically any racial slur under the sun, basically, Daniel. It's like cursing on steroids, essentially. Fred?
Just gotta get through one more day.
So Golden, I think they basically get to play. They get to play as much old man Ashen Mesa as they want, I think, right? Yeah, he did take 5.556, not 5.45. I'm sure he will realize his mistake. It's like the old Tarkov days, right? Where you would bring regular 7.62 for your Vepr AK. For your Vepr AK and, what's it called? In Smoothbore. I usually don't have public lobbies on hate, but this is the demo, so we have our little guy with us. And we got a little baby. But yeah, when I'm playing on my regular account, I usually it's always private. Like I said, trust issues. Come on, little baby. Who's my little guy? Who's my little old man? Don't take the explosives. Apparently there's no HKs actually in the demo, which is probably pretty wise. Yeah, like yeah, it's very wise not to have HKs in the game for the demo. Wait, what did he bring in? Did he pick up the explosives? Oh well. If he goes kablooey,
Not bad.
it's not my fault. Yeah, apparently there's no HKs in the demo, which I think is a wise thing actually. You farm HKs, but for a new player like this who is absolutely lost right now, I think the last thing they should experience is a guy shooting them from across the fucking map. Oh yeah, the explosives, you can put them down too and put them up. They're pretty beefy. The explosives have about 1k HP, but if you do get shot in the back constantly, you will just blow up. But yeah, you can even blow up explosives. He learned. he suddenly realizes he can't use his AK. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. It's very immersion breaking when you're getting shot from it. Like, they basically made the things that the people were complaining about right off the rip not a thing in the demo, right? Oh shit. Did someone lie to me? Was I lied to? Hold on. Was I lied to? People don't lie on the internet, do they? So we just got HK notification. Are we actually gonna see HKs though? Or is this just a notification, no HKs? Who would lie on the internet? Okay guys, here's the biggest question. Do we bring him to the crawler? Oh no, yeah, it's fucking 100%. I think I just got fucking murdered. Did it already respawn again? Okay. Why did you just spawn like that in front of me? I know you weren't there. Yeah, Dixon, this is not always online. No, yeah, that's correct. And it's peer-to-peer only. There's no servers at all, so like everything that's like running on it's local, like right. Your saves are local, so on and so forth. But yeah, like, unlike, so, come on, buddy. You do it. Yeah, so like everything is stored locally in your machine. Your saves are local, everything's local. The downside is it means like everything for the game has to run off your machine, computationally wise. They can't lean on servers at all. But it does mean like you have full control over the game. You can cheat, like there's no anti-cheat. Like if you want to cheat, like for example, you for like camera mode right now, like for like a photo mode, you have to cheat. So like tons of people cheat right now just to get photo mode in their game. We could loot here. I think I want to hit go. I want to let him survive first for one. Also, I can't believe someone would lie on the internet and tell me HKs didn't actually happen. People lie on the internet? How horrible. Yeah, hey, yeah, that's a downside of peer-to-peer, right? If you're not careful with who joined your lobby, you can get instances where, like, it's a lot of lag. The baby Scav has lived. The baby old man. Unfortunately, we're locked to Ashen Mesa. Oh, I picked up 2 pictures. That's probably why we probably picked up like 5 pictures between the 2 of us. And he also managed to bring home the explosive. All right, I got water. I don't really need water. Oh, we're maxed out at 3 days. Okay, that's good to know. So I don't need water? I've been bamboozled. Okay. 545, I'm still good at. Probably want to sell some more things to him if I can. Sell him some pictures for 35 credits. Make it the bank. Rondo. All right. 120. Vendors, Hasenberg. Goodbye, baby Scav. I'll always remember you. I mean, right now it kind of is. Upgrade the grenade launcher? What do you mean upgrade? He's gone. What do you mean by upgrade, by the way? I'm not sure if I follow exactly. Also, we probably need more ammo. But yeah, so Ben, like, they're leveling up. Oh yeah, some of the guns are bugged like that, Lyndon. Yeah. I know the AK and the RPK had the issue too, but they hotfixed it. So like if some of the guns are bugged like that, I'm not surprised. There was a few issues like that with the AKs and RPKs. But the real Trevor Winter. But Ben, Like at its core, like a mechanic like that kind of doesn't really work in the game, I feel like, because it's supposed to be much more of a casual extraction shooter. Like, don't get me wrong, I want water to matter, but I think the current system is a bad way of doing it. All right, so we are looking for your open drones, which were plentiful last time, but where did they go? Okay, that's Eurasia, Eurasia. Correct, Blaze, that's 100% correct. So there's the 1k impact damage for grenades, and then the secondary explosion starts at 10k, and at a 7.5 meter radius perimeter, it goes down to 1k. So you're really looking about like 11k per hit with the grenade launcher as opposed to just 10 or 1k. All right, so we don't really need water anymore, actually, because we're already maxed out. Yeah, I think the biggest thing too is I think I want to see like water become a currency for the most part. Like, I think each faction having its own currency would be a good idea, just to make like things a bit more different. And I usually don't like currency bloat, like PoE like is a bit much for me. But at the same time, it feels like this game would have it though with the different factions. And like it wouldn't be like even currency, it would just be like reputation plus like I guess requisition tokens, like the way to procure stuff from different factions. Nope, wrong drone. So I need some European drones. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they want to spawn this time around. We can find some over at bunker or over here near the extract or one of the extracts. We also, yeah, that's a good point though too with broken rifles. We need to pick up a rifle soon. Yeah, like the way I see it, like Wizard, it's basically like you expending favors with like with factions to like get some of their good stuff, right? Get something like right off the factory floor. I'm glad it didn't take off. That's definitely where I saw like NFTs in games going. Basically like tradable IRL assets for like Steam, not like, you know, CSGO knives and stuff like that. Well, I know like, so Toothy is a mech for your Ruska. It does have its own AI, but then, yeah, Toothy uses a biofuel reactor. So it basically turns you into, yeah, energy. Alright, we're looking for drones mainly. I do want to pick up some guns though and see if the mechanic still works the same. Man, I'm getting very unlucky with drones right now. I can see that too. Like, I can see that being a thing too. Though, I will say there are a few instances, right, where we have them kind of pinned into place. Hey, PCU. Like, Aramaki back at base is like literally pinned to the wall. Like, we have forced him to be our vendor. With 3 MG34s banditting him. Oh, these are fucking snipers. Even in the demo, I found my way home. A beautiful crawler. And I'm still full. Where's my weapon?
Got to prioritize things.
Let me loot you. I need to expend some ammunition. I'm currently very full. Yeah, there's that doctor, like, past Aramaki in that room, in, like, the back room. There's a doctor that looks like an organ donor or organ guy. I probably shouldn't linger for too long. I'm just looking for drone parts mainly. And we have a destroy gun tested out with too, so we're good there. Yeah, I'm hearing an exo right now. No. Really unlucky on drones. So I guess we're supposed to run out and run back in again. We could try to refresh the spawns by heading back over there, but like I usually, like, once the spawns have been set, the only thing I usually see respawn are the same exact units. Just they'll just, you know, if they're dead, they'll respawn. Yeah, we checked bunker, we checked shantytown, we checked here. There's still the bridge crossing for maybe drones for Europa, but like we haven't seen a Europa drone yet. I like Division 2. I like the Division series, except for just like the bullet sponginess, right? Like that's they just kills it every single time.
Time to punch that time card.
Whoops. No. Stop Baelig. All right, where are your guns at? Show me an RPK, please. AK, AK, where'd my RPKs at?
Gives us an actual chance.
All right, I'll take an AK.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, the TTK was always the issue, and yeah, like they needed to find some way of like making the TTK in like that game not abysmal. And like it's a real stopgap, right? In the sense of they couldn't figure out how to make the game good without a high TTK, or rather not trivial without a high TTK. So everything just had a high TTK. And Division was never good because of that. Like it was so close to the setting was cool. The gunplay was actually good. It just when your bullets from the gun impacted enemies, you're like, what the fuck? This is pea shooter. Connor, if you go to the Discord, I'm pretty sure that's what most people already call them, or waifu. We're basically full. We should just leave, especially with all these guys here. Don't you fucking do it. They're following me. I can literally hear them behind me. I'm not gonna try this. All right, we're good. I haven't played a Ghost Recon title in forever. Like actually forever. I want to say like Advanced Warfighter 2, where like 1 was like my last Ghost Recon game. That's like what, like 10 plus years ago. Okay. So we want to see, I mean, it's probably the same, but we're trying to see if the mechanic here is the same, right? So the way this works, if these were disabled when we brought them back in, they would be repaired. But what we used to be able to do, we'll see if we can still do it. We can bring these back in and they'll go from being destroyed to disabled. I imagine the system still works, but we'll just see, I guess. Still looking for drone parts as always. 545. Yeah, like I can definitely see like the word, and the way I see it is it's like it's there as a proof of concept for repairing guns, making sure they have the different states and that they work. But the actual like way you do it right now doesn't seem to be the way that it should be eventually. Like it makes no sense to bring these in and have them become disabled, but I could definitely see the transition state from going from destroyed to disabled to repaired being something they want to test in the game. But I can't, it doesn't logically make sense why it's like this right now, but it's probably just a placeholder for now. Like it's like a part of a system that they're just testing out. Yeah, I guess 210. All right, looking for drones. Yeah. There's not much risk in bringing him in, right? But it's more of just like, I think it's just a placeholder for now. Like, it needs to exist in some capacity. Yeah, so disabled, so that when we extract now, they'll be repaired.
I'm too old for this shit.
The holy M16. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So I need you to fall in a spot where I can actually kill you. So wipe wise, the devs expressed they don't want to wipe, and I think they've done the right way. You can wipe your own save manually on your PC, and I think that's the way of going about it. Now they have stated before there might be things in the future, right, where they're reworking mechanics and they'll try to find ways of not like wiping or making you feel like you lost progress. But there will be some things possibly in the future that, you know, they can't foresee right now that will kind of warrant it for things to work. But they have stated, right, and like even then too, you can like, they'll go in with their update, right, and manually delete your save files, but like if you have a backup somewhere right there, they can't delete those. Okay, well that works, I guess. That's fair, Warden. Yeah, sealed guns are very rare. All right, so if we want, we can double back and find those drones again. They usually will respond. We might still be too close yet, but we'll see. If I have to go back, I'll go back. I mean, if there was a faction that was going to have it, it'd be Eurasia, right? They would also be the faction, too, that would definitely teleport behind you and say nothing personal, kid, as they stab you with a katana. They have cyborg moms, and now they have freaking teleport assassins. Eating nuggies, those are actually worth quite a bit. And we are poor. But we also don't have any room. I'm still missing a drone part too, so. Ammo we don't really have room for. Yeah, they're called Mother Courages. Fix it if you want to look them up. Okay, so technically explosives are worth money. They're not as good as lockboxes, but they are worth like 11k. So hopefully we don't explode. We will probably drop it though if we see drones to fight. I don't really want to take, you know, a few rounds in the back and explode. I'm still so perplexed. I need them to expand the cow lore. What the hell? I didn't realize they could spawn up there. But yeah, I needed to expand the cow lore. I would say out of all the assets, Timmy, I would say the cyborgs feel like the least store-bought out of a lot of the assets. But I do agree with you though, a lot of the assets do feel store-bought. And like when you're an indie company, I definitely understand that too, right? Give me your stuff. Though I'm probably a little bit full tilt. Let me just drop a few of these things. Yep, probably shouldn't drop all my meds. All right, we're good. Yeah, and like I said, like a lot of the stuff does feel like made themselves, but for example, the weapons too, like I feel like a lot of weapons do feel store-bought. And like, I'm just like, when I'm saying that too, there's nothing wrong with that, especially for an indie game. Like, the asset stores exist for a reason, because indie devs are always capped on time. There's only so many developers, especially so many artists they can have, right, on staff. So it makes sense for like even just prototyping, right? Or prototyping or testing to like get some assets in game to test it out with. So there's no shame in it by any means. There shouldn't be a negative connotation behind it. Yeah, Macro is 100% correct. There are like, because this game's running locally on your machine, they do have pretty aggressive calling in regards to spawns and AI. It's still probably being worked out a bit because once you play the game enough, you do notice it, Macro, and you also do know how to trigger despawns and spawns pretty well. But you're correct. Like you like once you know the cutoff areas, you can like walk over the cutoff, and most units will despawn. Pick a lane. Freaking Cyborg's bad. Acting like they own the road. Alright, now this is actually terrifying. These drones need to die. I don't die a lot when I'm crossing the bridge, but when I do, it's because of these fucking assholes. Where'd the other one go? Yeah, and there's no cover on this bridge too, so you just end up getting murdered. We have no room, right? Yeah, not really.
Got to
All right, let's run away before drones start murdering us again. I think it's a design choice, Ben, because 9mm right now is an incredibly weak round, and so the allure of 9mm is you can carry a fuck ton of it. From a balance perspective, right, it does make sense. Like, you know, a weapon you wouldn't normally bring, an ammo type you wouldn't normally bring, does have the benefit of like weighing nothing. Yeah, I think that's more just 45 being overtuned to an extent, Ben. That or like a lot of other things being undertuned, because the 45 doing the same damage as the Scar is quite interesting. Alright, so now we have our weapons. Yes. So if you didn't know, there's a weird thing that happens. The snipers for Europa, they drop a scar. But the scar that they drop, the snipers, the Europa snipers, isn't actually a scar when you repair it. It's a 36M. The more you know. Insomnia, it's good so far. I haven't noticed any differences yet. Like maybe like the AI is slightly better or more deadly, but I can't tell just yet. The sound maybe sounds a little bit beefier. There isn't like anything readily apparent that differentiates it from the current live build. Gordon, yeah, I agree. Like I said, my main issue, right, with the game is there's a lot of overlap with guns and like the sense of like I can see M16s, M4s, but like why do we have we have M16 and M4 and then a G36 and so on and so forth? It's like, oh, at a certain point, like how many conventional guns do we need? I do agree, Roberts, Rashad. More indoor environments. The indoor environments are the best thing in the game currently, I think, in regards to ambiance. I would love to see more of it. But yeah, other than that, Warden, like the art style outside of that's great. All right, so we have our gas tube. We still only have barrel B. Better handguard, silencer still. Same stock. All right, so, and for those new or unaware too, lower stability is better. I know it makes no sense, but lower stability is better. I think the cap's like 1.5, but you wanted to get as close to 1.5 as you can. Some guns will start under 1.5, which is kind of weird, but like, I think that's more of just an oversight on their part than anything else. Nicholas, I can see that too. I think that right now, until they get armor in the game right, armor is a bit weird. Like, they're probably hesitant to up the damage of guns right now because of the lack of armor. Yeah, Pixel, like, I cannot wait for that too. More future weapons. Weird weapons too. I want weird weapons. I want weapons that don't... Remember, so a lot of the production in the game, in the setting, is done by like automated AI. And my whole point too, in the sense of AI get to the point where they're black boxes, right? And so the AI will design or do things and create things that might not make sense to us because they've gone through so many internal iterations, or they have their own twisted internal logic, right? Where they'll create something that might not make sense to us, but it works. Like a weird weapon. So I would love for them to explore kind of the weird space there, right? Where like, they almost like chat GPT, they talk to, so they get into chat with chat GPT and they just keep talking to chat GPT and keep having to design guns. Though I feel like it would stop though, right? I think it probably has rules against that. There's probably rules against ChatGPT making you guns, I would imagine. All right, Aramaki. I don't think I have anything unlocked extra for you yet. I think we're still ways away. Yeah, we're mainly looking for these two upgrades. So we have time to fly. We also have the other factions now too. Not all the factions though, just the commission. So, oh, okay. So this might be a big fix. Okay. So right now in live, these two quests exist and they do lock you off from this one more than this one. But like, for example, Staunch the Bleeding doesn't lock you off very much. They do lock you off from some quests, but not all quests. So I wonder if they're reworking the commission here to actually have this lock-off quest, Staunch the Bleeding, before you get any of their quests. Because right now you don't actually have to do Staunch the Bleeding to get most of the quests done for the commission. I get to that too, Nicholas. Definitely buy weapons, right? I could see, like, you know, I don't think there's probably no Geneva Convention, I would imagine. Or rather, it's not probably well enforced anymore. So I can see a lot of weapons that probably don't work IRL because of reasons being a thing. Oh, man. You buy some more ammo, I guess. Oh, RPK, yes. So the RPK is great because it starts out basically pre-modded. So it's at 224 damage, like right off the cuff. This starts out pre-modded too. A few of the guns start out pre-modded, but like the RPK is great because of that, right? It starts out at an insanely high amount of damage right off the cuff. Like early game wise, the RPK is probably like the best. Just actually, generally speaking, the RPK is probably like the best gun. Am I poor? Did I not have more to buy? Yeah, we should have more. 762. There we go. I missed a one, that's why. That's plenty for now. I really need to upgrade my rig, but I don't have the... Actually, Bundleton's should be higher now, I think, right? No, still level 2. So sad. I guess, too, considering I don't need water anymore, right? Might as well go crazy. Are we jumping or are we cameraing? I think we're jumping. Jump's always fun. And I think we're ready. Regions, Mesa, and we're good. Yeah, Pixel, that's like my thing too, in the sense of I don't really want a lot more ammo types. Geo, there is not. So for the demo, you are locked off to Old Man, and you are locked off to Mesa only. Retro, we are playing with new players too. We have played with a new player already. I'm not like going looking, but my lobby is open. I could start just like randomly joining players too, but like, as I say in my video too, it defaults you to public, so I don't want to like ambush new players and to kick constantly. Jump is just really fun. It also like basically makes you unkillable to regular cyborgs. But tac camera is like way better for learning the maps, and if you know the maps, then camera's just fun. Now I will say the downside is we can't pick up loot, basically. We ain't making any money. I can see that, Rashad. One big thing, actually, there's no reason for me to 45. I can't use SMGs. Anyway. There is space, right? So we have jump for just space, but like, we're using, if you look in our 7 slot, right? We have an equipment called a pneumatic jump, and it makes us go real high. Yeah, like, it helps you get away from all melee units, basically. But it's also really fun, too, because there's like a lot of this, like, there's not a lot of ways to get outside the maps, if any. I haven't found one yet, but like, there's plenty of spots inside of the maps that you can jump on. So you can't escape from the maps, but you can get to spots where like you are fairly safe, right? Like up top here. Units can't path to you. Drones are still scary. Things can still shoot you from down below, but like they can't walk to you. Which is a big thing for the AI. The AI will generally like, the AI's general pattern is to walk towards you, and when they see you, shoot you. But if they don't see you, they continue walking toward you. Yeah, for the most part, Ben, like, yeah, once you like learn the ins and outs of the game, it's mainly about like, you know, grinding or getting stuff that you want to use and so on and so forth. Yeah. Like, yeah, I haven't, like, there's like a few places on some maps like Mausoleum where you can fall through the ground, but even then, you're not falling through the entire map, you're just falling into like a spot that doesn't have, you're falling to basically the floor, right? Not to the entire map. Yeah, I haven't found a spot yet to actually escape the map at all. And I have definitely tried. Not necessarily, Ben. The only thing I've noticed, right? So, like, the only thing I have definitively noticed, Ben, is the quest progression. That seems to be actually resolved quite a bit now. Like, it looks like both the placeholder missions, or like the gate missions for the commission and for, or mainly just for the commission, really, are in place now. right, we don't need to kill them. Cows. We haven't seen it yet too. I'm very curious if they actually put the Eclipse variant in the game. I'm sure they would. I don't see why they wouldn't put Eclipse in the game. If I was a demo player and I played this map a few times and was like, okay, I mean, this is all there is, and loaded in there's Eclipse, I would have my fucking mind blown. I would honestly, I would purposely be a bit malicious too. If I was the designer for the game, for this demo, I would like set a trigger for like the 4th or 5th one to 100% of the time be Eclipse. Yeah, that's my thing too. Like, yeah, landmines are interesting, but like also, I could easily see the case for like cyborgs, for example, or not, like having explosives on them. But I can also see the case too, like that's not fun, and just to not put it in the game because, like, sure, it would probably make sense for them to attach explosives to some cyborgs as like, you know, a guided bomb. But like, is that actually fun to play against? And maybe, but like maybe they did internal playtest, right, where they experimented with it. It was like, this is not really that fun. God, all my HP just went away. Yeah, that's one thing I do want to see PC for sure. I've said it a few times now. I want to see artillery strikes. I want to see like, I want to see more off map ambient stuff, or just like things on map to like affect like modifiers, right? Like for example, a gas strike or bombs or artillery strikes or like things flying overhead. Like more things that aren't necessarily like spawned inside of the map, but are affecting the map, or just ambience outside of the map, right? Because outside of what's going on immediately right now on the map itself, there's not, it turns silent very quickly, right? There's never any fights going on beside the map or outside the map or above the map. And like that's currently like the really only big miss for me, ambiance wise, is I want more going on around me. That doesn't necessarily need to be in the map, right? Just audio effects playing, like, you know, things in the background, like, you know, a sprite of a mech walking around destroying shit. I mean, technically you guys are here open. Who should have been? Where the hell did you guys come from? I'm helping you kill them. And this is why we don't go to bunker. I'm not dead because I had a good med kit. And because, as I stated before, the best thing you can do in scenarios like that is just keep shooting a lot between a lot of different units, right? Because stagger is insanely strong, and the RPK is great because it hits that threshold for staggering consistently.
Got to prioritize the
Like, it's crazy how much stagger, like, you basically stun whatever you're shooting at for like a second or two, right? And so when you start strafing a squad with automatic fire, you basically start stun locking them. And also, like, health spam too. Like, the big thing too, advanced medkits, they're rare right now, but once you can start buying them in bulk, you essentially become pretty durable. I can see definitely too, though, Rashad, like once armor becomes a thing also, and not even that too, if they just added animations to the health kits, the med kits, even in a very simple capacity, it would do a lot for the difficulty, right? Like, healing spam definitely bails you out of a lot of the bad spots consistently. And so if they like neutered that a bit with, like, you know, animations for certain medkits, it would help that a lot. Okay, I still need 4 more European kills. I'd like to do that right now, please. Like, so for example, if they just changed like only the, if small medkits, right, were usable without animation locks, and then medium medkits were like you can run but you can't shoot, and then larges like you had to be stationary to do larges. Like I could see that just doing a lot in regards to making like combat more tense, because you'll be forced to take cover and heal a lot of the time, right? That or to flee. Stop killing all my... Is that T90? That's not T90. Yeah, it's always the case for ambiance too, right? Because imagine you're getting peppered by bullets, so you take cover, and like you're healing while getting peppered by bullets. That's always like usually a pretty good immersion boost, right? When like you're terrified in cover, getting peppered by bullets, you're like, friends, please help me. I don't think drones count toward your opens. Yes, the janky AI. Though I haven't, oh no, we did notice on drones earlier. It's definitely still in place. Awesome rock. I gotta remember that I actually do have fun jump times. Hold on, reloading. I fucking just Goomba stomped him. Literally just Goomba stomped. Alright, I need one more kill under your open. Is that a your open up there? Nah, they're probably already dead. Who's a good boy? Who's a good scrambler? You're a good boy. Who has no free will? You have no free will. Got it. That poor Cyborg does not, though. Cyborg ain't got no free will. He's a slave to that Eurasian cyber state. I think they called it like, isn't it like you're called like a utopia too, or like a failing utopia, I guess? I don't know, Timmy. That's a good question. They do recycle them, right? That's what Mother Courages do, is they recycle cyborgs. So who knows like how many uses they get per cyborg. Well, I mean, we're in a dystopia, right? Like the whole setting is dystopian, but like I believe they consider themselves a failing utopia. A high-tech utopia that's basically failing for its people.
Close call. On a day of close calls.
What are you? Are you the... You're a LMG barrel. Curious. Alright, let's see if we can't find a random to play with. So we did finish you. Interesting. Oh, we just had really had, okay, this is for scavs. That makes sense. Oh, they definitely reworked a lot of these, I feel like. No, uplink, no, actually, no, never mind, ignore me. Ignore me. Was Treasure of the Sky always 25k credits, though? No, I don't think they reworked, ignore me. This being only 5k, though. Uplinks, this is definitely 25k. Oh, let's look at other things, too. Let's go. Now we have you have two also. I wonder if this, well, hold on. I wonder if this works, actually. This is broken for Mesa, right? I wonder if that's been fixed now. It was 25k before. Okay, almost sad. Yeah, everybody else tracks here, but I'm actually curious about this because this has been broken for a long time. Or rather, it's broken since launch. But yeah, Staunch the Bleeding is now locking off all of the quests here. So that's interesting too. That's definitely a change. All right. Also, I'm curious too. Let me go over to vendors. Are RPK and AK still sharing? They are. Okay. Few parts, barrel. Womp womp. Let's go to vendor Airmaki. What can we sell you? We're good in there. We're getting decently close, actually. All right. And then we have our AK. Any upgrades for you yet, RPK? Oh, we have the mag. We have so many rounds of freedom. Do we have a spook? We do. Yeah, I mean, we could go excellent hunting eventually. Unfortunately, I don't think we get explosives at all, so if we want to kill one, we'd use probably a 36M for it. This is just a demo that has a few changes, right? And like the only big one now I've noticed is like before, there were, for the commission, for Yuruska, there were both quests before Staunch the Bleeding and after Staunch the Bleeding. But now it seems like Staunch the Bleeding locks off all of the quests for the commission. And this quest has been bugged. This quest is bugged currently in the live version, so I'm curious if we can find it now. Go to vendors, Heisenberg, buy our medkits. Yeah, music in the game is great too. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. Ready room, Mesa. Anyone can join. I do think it also takes a while once you get back for like the actual peer-to-peer to like connect, I think, right? I mean, Rashad, I would think just wait till armor. That's probably their hesitation too. Like, if there's gonna be an armor system in the game, which I'm pretty sure there's gonna be armor in the game, like, just wait till then. It's kind of a mute point to balance weapons right now and make them weak when you're gonna put a new system that will just unbalance those weapons immediately anyway. I wonder, can we actually buy upgrades in the demo? He's not here. They took him. Yeah, here's Aramaki. Poor guy's a little pinned in. He is not here from his own free will. You have a meat grinder for a face? Hold on here. Come back here. Let me get on your lap.
not as zoomed in. There we go. You like a grinder for a face. Am I stuck? I think I'm stuck. Well, there we go. We're good. But yeah, here's the organ guy. You have the bodies, and then you have him like chopping up bits, and then you have bodies. All right. Ready room. All right. After this, we'll start forcibly conscripting new players by joining their lobbies and probably getting kicked. We'll make a rule. After this raid, we'll always join one lobby at a time. If we get kicked, we go in solo. Otherwise, we keep playing groups.
Just gotta get through one more day.
I mean, you can join if you want to after this, if you have the demo. All right, water map. Did they fix that quest? The big question too, right? And it does indicate it should be like a loot container quest, I imagine, but yeah, internet famous, okay. All right, let's see here. I didn't actually bring a jump this time.
Let's get it going.
Am I really already that full? My God. I did bring a lot of ammo, actually. I did bring a lot of ammo. Hold on, I can fix this. All right, I fixed it. I now have room for ammo. And I'm full again. Really need a better rig. Really need a better rig. It's, I want to fight, but I also want to loot. Yes, Pixel? Are you, it's like balancing the budget. It's like $1, $5 you have rent, and you have like candles, $6,000. And it's like, maybe you should spend less on candles. No. That's me with bringing ammo in for this backpack. I don't think I will. I'll keep bringing 300 rounds in. Hey, Delta. We have a picture. Pixel. All right. All right. Now, I wonder if it's a rare drop or like a drop particular somewhere on the map, right? If I was hidden water, where would I be? I guess we'll just go crate to crate. Probably should went the other way though first. I guess we'll start at the crawler and then go work our way around. I don't know why. Liquid ammo sounds really cool. I know you're probably talking just like about like, you know, flame fuel, but like it'd be weird or interesting, right? If one of the guns was like a liquid gun. I don't know how it would work, but it just sounds cool. Like, ooh, like imagine that, right? Imagine like a weapon, right? That you would actually have to like put something in your large slot to use. That'd be cool. Like a flamer or something like that. Or like imagine Bagman. Imagine, okay, Painless right now just uses 50 cal from your backpack. But what if Painless brought what if Painless's ammo was actually in crates that you would bring in large item slots? Yes, Delta, either or, anything really. Yeah, basically belt fed.
Look for gaps. Maybe we can slip past.
Where are you all coming from continually? Take that air. Oh, they probably spawn on the tread. So occasionally there's a tread out there, a broken track, and then cyborgs will spawn there and head down. I really don't want to fight these guys. They might not give me a choice though. Ignore me. Ow, ow, ow. Yep, there's a shotgun. You're getting mauled by cyborgs. Ignore the scav, please. My God, that was close. I just wanted to loot the container up here, okay? Is that so much to ask? Alright, so I'm basically out of meds. I gotta be very mindful of that. Yeah, because like that, yeah, like, you know, yeah, it could be a way of like making, you know, very strong weapons very finite. And it could also make it too in the sense of like looting the ammo for it too in raid is problematic because you need to have large item slots to bring it out. Ow. Ugh, I want to do more, but we're out of med kits now. And the bunker is a good chance of I'll just die if I don't go if I go there without med kits. Let's just leave. We'll hit up the few crates over here on the far inside of the chain extract, but other than that, I think we're just leaving. Unfortunately, we blew through all of our meds. Yeah, I didn't really want to see that, to be honest. Well, thankfully they were kind of derpy. You know what they're gonna have? Healing. And what form? Alcohol. Or just have 5 million rounds of P90 ammo. Come on, I know you have some. There we go. Just gonna drink a little bit, a little woozy.
Let's get it going.
I could see that too. I definitely think like between armor and grenades, the AI is gonna get a lot more deadly, I feel like.
Gives us an actual chance.
All right, let's continue on. Like right now, like that, like grenades and like the AI having a pattern to defend. Like right now, once you learn the AI, it's just walk forward to you and then shoot if they see you. Once they get a few more patterns in, it'll be better. If you can heal with booze, it's not very efficient, but it does work when you're at a pitch. I don't like hearing drones. Yeah, I think it's time to leave. I would go upstairs and loot some more, but like drones I'm not vibing with right now. Not with no meds. Yeah, I just saw our screen was shaking there too. So the alcohol makes us a bit woozy.
Damn close call.
Essentially, just run
A
away.
day of close calls.
Dirt. Who doesn't love some dirt? Just literally pass out in a corner. All right. Weirdly enough, so I think this still works, right? All right, that back button, Thief in the Night. It's hard to find him on this map, but when you do find him, it's quite profitable, and we want more money for a rig. Aramaki. He's getting up there. He might love us soon. There we go. We're so close. Can I make you like me? Not selling mods. Mods take forever to actually just like sell and make money off of. I guess we're close. One more. Alright, and yeah, same map. I'm still looking for Hidden Water Part 1. I want to bring in the 36M2. We just don't have the 20mm surprisingly fills up a lot of space in your inventory. Geo, it's normal for an early access game, especially considering it's not like a PvP game in any means. Like seeing like around 1K is to be expected for sure. Like there's not a lot of content, there's not a lot of replayability for the most part. There's a decent amount of replayability, right? But like once you get to a certain point, right, it's just like take a break. But like 1K is nothing wrong. Like there's nothing wrong with that in this game. And like keep that in mind too. I will say there seems to be a knack or a sentiment these days where like your game needs to be popular for it to be fun, which like it shouldn't have to be the case. Like some games do need to have a decently sized player base to, you know, flourish. Otherwise they have matchmaking issues. But like in this game, right, there's no matchmaker. It's all PvE, right? It's you versus the game. And you can have friends playing with you too, right? So like, you know, that could be a reason. But like PvP games need a diverse range of, you know, players in it of various skill levels to support all of the skill levels, right? This game doesn't really need that, right? So like it's not, you don't need all of those players that some other games need, right? It's a perfectly fine solo experience as it is currently, that it's not necessary. And I think the big thing too, right, is like as they get closer to release, or they get closer more like further along the pipeline, they don't really stop you right now, but they don't really help you in regards to mods. But I could see like right once they get more to the point of being kind of maybe finished with developing the game, I could see them opening up mod tools a bit too. Because remember, this is a purely like locally stored game. There is no server architecture you need to like do your mods, which means really the world is your oyster at a certain point. Like it helps when you have the unlocked functionality from the developers, right, or tools from the developers. No, but yeah. And I could definitely see, like, the developers seem cool enough in the sense of I could easily see them like making mod support a thing if they ever were to like stop developing the games themselves. Yeah, well, it's unique for the current time, Geohawk, in the sense that you generally don't see games lean into peer-to-peer or lean into all being client-based, or just PvE in general too, right? It's not really the way. Like, even the most part, right, a lot of PvE games or a lot of games that are more casual will still lean into servers or always online because they want to get you into their ecosystem, right? Because they still usually have MTX to some extent or something like that, right? There are still a lot of like server-based PvE or co-op games. And along top of that too, they also use it as a way of offsetting performance to some degree too, right? Because the more stuff you can run on the server, the less you have to run on the client, making it easier for the client to run the game. So you kind of expand your ability to like have more players in the game, right, with lower specs. And that's a double-edged sword for this game, right? In the sense of you do give all of the freedom to the player, but the downside of that is like, right, they do have to run everything locally on their machine. That's nice. This game is really pretty once you turn off the HUD. That's like one of my more like formal complaints is I do want the ability to like customize the HUD more, or remove or add elements. All right, so we need advanced med kits, and we're looking for basically any generic loot crate. Any generic loot crate, so we can try to find this water map. It might not be in the game. Like I said, it's currently bugged and live, or the regular version of the game. So I would expect it to probably be bugged here too, but you never know. Yeah. I would, don't hold your breath. There's almost definitively never going to be PvP in the game. Like eventually maybe modded in, but like keep in mind, right? Even in modded in PvP, right? There will be no anti-cheat. There will be no servers. So it's literally, you guys, like casual PvP I can understand, right? But like I don't ever see PvP being a real thing in this game for a lot of reasons. The amount of overhead that introduces too, right? The second you bring any PvP into your game, right? PvPers will join. And I say this as an avid PvPer. I love PvP in games I PvP in. I think this game is a nice niche by not having to worry about that at all. Not having to worry about servers, not having to worry about, like, you know, hit reg, not having to worry about anti-cheat, having to worry about balance. Like, the first thing PvPers will do when they join a game like this and they'll start complaining about balance. They'll find the broken things, and bless their hearts, but the one thing PvPers are the best at doing are being very loud for how small they are. Like, I will... One of the reasons why I think Marauders is basically dead as shit in the water right now is because of PvP. I mean, I would say using Dark Souls as an example was a pretty poor example because remember of all of the exploits, right, that cheaters would be able to do in Dark Souls? It's literally why, like, one of the common tropes was, like, do not enable PvP in Dark Souls because if people, like, PvPers could join your game and fuck with your PC from cheating. But yeah, I think for a small indie dev team that they are, I think they're trying to do a quarterly cadence, and I think it might be doable for this genre of game if they don't have to worry about server architecture, if they don't have to worry about like networking to some massive degree. God, I fucking hate the bunker. And I think if their PvT was to exist in the game, they would have to start caring about a lot of that very quickly. That is a lot of fucking enemies, by the way. It's just quiet in the game right now. It shouldn't be. Did you hear that? My audio looks fine on my side, so. I could turn it up a bit, but I'm hesitant to do it because it can get loud sometimes. So let's go put you back on for now. I can up it a bit, a very tiny bit. You won't hear it right now because I'm upping the volume. We'll go to like here. There is about a dB.5. No loot crates? Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this quest is still bugged. I just would like to know if it is or not. It does feel like weird that they knew it was bugged. They put it in the demo though too.
Oh shit.
But I don't know.
What I need.
Could be a rare drop, or it could be a thing too, right? Where it's like actually like a set drop somewhere. You need to go find it. Though that the indicator on the right hand side right now, right, like usually means you can just find it off any of these crates. Any loot crates, not medical crates. Let's check inside. It's all ammo, so we don't need to worry about that at all. Yeah, we're looking for these crates right here, these regular loot crates. Nada. So yeah. Right now, the demo just seems to be only Old Man, so 1 character out of 5 currently. Only Ashen Mesa, so 1 map out of 5. Other than that, though, I haven't found any restrictions really, so like it seems like you can play 1 character in 1 map to your heart's content. I haven't seen really any changes out of live except for a few quest changes. On the regular version of the game right now, there are some quests that seem like they should lock stuff off, but they don't. And it seems like that was fixed in this demo, right? So there's some prerequisite quests that are functioning properly now. Yeah, I think we'll have to see too. From their Q&As, they're alluding to the next content patch being a big patch. Unfortunately, we don't really know what that means yet. I mean, they're saying it's big, but like what they say is big and what we might interpret as big might be 2 different things, right? So we'll just have to see. I mean, I tend to believe them, but like it's hard to exactly say. Hey, Dyer. They haven't given me a reason not to believe them yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and believe them for now. Thanks, Gio. Have a good one. I don't see anything over here yet. Let's continue moving over here. If I was Hidden Water Part 1, where would I be? If these actually exist. Wait, what are you? Hold on here. Come here. Are you like a body inside of here or just like a large item? Oh, your explosives. Yeah, fuck that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Hello. If they're not, why are they lined up? It's so tempting to mow them down. Hey, Critical. We'll get a good vantage point for that, actually, if you want. We were just in bunkers, but we'll get bunkers again. All right. They're busy. Let's move on. 5 games. 5 games in general, or 5 games I'm playing recently? Oh no, we're looking for Hidden Water Part 1. So we're looking for, this quest is currently bugged in the regular version of the game, and we're seeing if they maybe snuggly fixed it in the demo. Because they definitely did do some work on the quests for the demo, at least in regards to how they're arranged. So I was wondering if they maybe like snuck in a fix for that at all. God, playtime wise, like I said, I'm a pretty avid PvPer. Like I do enjoy Counter-Strike. I haven't like ever since Goat's video, and I had the inkling before too. For those unfamiliar, Goat's cheating video, where basically he did a test where Goat would install a cheat in Tarkov, and a way cheaters and Tarkov would acknowledge each other was by basically wiggling, by hitting Q&A. And he found that, you know, there's a very good chance that I think about 30% of your games, right, at least Tarkov, right, you would have a cheater, which is insane, right? CS2, yeah, first of all, CS2 just feels worse than CSGO, unfortunately. It's not too much worse, but it does feel different from CSGO. But like, you have to play third-party services there, because the regular matchmaking in that game just has cheaters everywhere. Yeah, so Tarkov, Counter-Strike. I'm playing Witchfire right now, which is pretty good. I've sunk a decent amount of hour into that. I do like MMOs. I did play New World for a bit. Unfortunately, the devs killed that game. Didn't know they re-released it. Ashes, I played PTR this weekend. It's still an alpha. It's very clearly an alpha for Ashes. I have put some time into Zomboid recently. Project Zomboid. It's a great game. What else? So if I went to my Steam page for profile or my Steam time, it would not look great, but probably mostly CS2. Back in the day, I had a ton of COD when I was a lot younger. Factorio I couldn't get into. I did enjoy it for I did play it like a fiend for a bit. I think my problem with Factorio, right, is it's a bit too much of a time sink, right? I do enjoy the game, but like it feels like a game where almost like it's endless. And I think that's kind of the point, right? It's like an endless game of building the factory. And I do like that, but I'm also like, this is dangerous sort of thing, right? Insane concept of Satisfactory too. I like new experiences a lot. So I will, if I look at a game and I think it's interesting, I will generally give it a good try. Ow, what the, you're getting mauled by cyborgs. And so your thought is shooting the innocent old man in the back. Or sorry, in the head actually. Yeah, I agree with you a lot, Delta. I generally love exploring games. If your game has good ambiance, like a good setting, I will almost assuredly like it. I can give a lot of gameplay mistakes or gameplay like jankiness a lot of leeway if the atmosphere of a game is good. Oh, I did mention too, like, my go-to game for like when I'm just doing other things or chilling is Slay the Spire. I have played I haven't played Left 4 Dead 2 in a very long time, but when I was younger, yeah, I have a lot of hours in Left 4 Dead 2. I very much enjoy that game. I haven't played it in forever, but it's a great game. Back 4 Blood I never got into because I just felt like Back 4 Blood felt like a game where if I wanted to play a type of game like that, I would just go play Left 4 Dead 2. Because it's still really popular. Like, that's the thing with Back 4 Blood, right? It's like, you have to make yourself, like, so diverse and more interesting than Left 4 Dead 2 to cater to that crowd. It feels like a losing battle, right? Like, how are you gonna dethrone Left 4 Dead 2 as a zombie game in that kind of genre, right? And, like, No More Room in Hell, right? The original No More Room in Hell kind of did it from being a much more gritty, realistic take. But, yeah. All right, so we looked around. Haven't found anything yet. Oh, we didn't look for the guy. He's probably already dead. Usually see him around the road. I wouldn't do the new one yet. I would give it a lot more time in the oven and see if they can fix it. It's less than stellar. And it's also got the whole thing too where it's like it doesn't really have anything to warrant it always being online, and it's always online. Like, I don't see why, like, so when the game came out, No More Room in Hell 2, me and a few of my friends were gonna play it, right? And then we realized that, like, there's only like 3 of us, and we just wanted to play with each other, right? And we were like forced to go into a public lobby, and it's like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we like forcing ourselves to play with 5 other random players? I'd just play with ourselves. Like, even if the game is balanced for 8 players, we are perfectly okay with that. Give us a private server, give us a private lobby. Like, if the game is like hard enough that it punishes us 3 players, that's our choice, right? It's like, I miss the old day of dedicated servers. That's the biggest thing I'll say too. If you're gonna have an online ability, or you know, you're gonna have online, I miss the old way of like people actually owning servers, moderating their own servers. And that's like the biggest thing too, right? Is when you have community servers, it does such a good job of like, they can police each other, right? Like, you can set up your own rules in your own custom servers. You can like, you know, authoritate your own servers. You can kick people. And sure, like there might be bad admins here too, but you can like go to a different server then and not to deal with those admins. You can find an actual community server that you like That doesn't exist anymore, right? And that's why like every game needs a god tier anti-cheat. Imagine never having to deal with a spin botter again in any PvP game, or any like casual PvP game, because like, you know, you can't have community servers in more like hardcore PvP games. Yeah, Eve, I could have like, when I was a lot younger, I got into Eve thinking it was like a more of like a traditional, like, what's it called, Wing Commander space game. And in Critical, I was so confused when that game was a thing, right? Because like I was like maybe 10 around when I first got into Eve, right? Or played Eve. And I thought it was like much more like Wing Commander. Got into it, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm so lost. Nicholas, you wouldn't. He doesn't need it. But like, for a much more casual like BattleBit has community servers, right? Like games like that, right? And like it seems like from the cuff, like for example, No More Room in Hell 1 was a Valve, or not a Valve game. It was a what's the engine? What Steam engine, right? It was yeah, Source Engine. There we go, Source Engine, right? And so it had that like basic layout for servers, right? Where you had community servers for that game, and so you would just join one of those servers and play in one of those servers. For no More Room in Hell, and it means like you can actually like, so for example, right, it still has a good controller. That's a big thing to point to. Hold on. Here's the thing. Okay, people feel like their game needs to be like have the, if it's not in the top 20 of the Steam charts, people feel like their game is failing, or the sentiment from the public is that your game isn't doing well if it's not in the topmost area of the Steam charts. And I don't think that's a good take. I think it's much more really to realize that niche games like this exist, and as long as they have healthy small pops, it's perfectly fine. Like, you know, when you have 64 player community servers, right? This is what, you know, 20 servers full, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like you have, you know, 20, like, you know, 2,000 people playing your game at a time, and this is you know, daily, right? So keep that in mind. This could be, you know, 2K people daily, but consecutive users, right? This could be like, you know, 4,000 different people a month, right? So like, even though the Steam charts just aren't a good metric, or the current player counts aren't a good metric for how a hell of a game is, for most games, I will say this does differ depending on the game. Like for example, some games, when they're designed, like for example live service games or games like Destiny or MMOs, right, that require a baseline pop to do things, different story. That in that area, Steam charts or like a population do matter, but we're talking about like, you know, more casual, more community games. As long as you have that, like, you know, enough room to actually fill a server, you're fine. There are, I know before Space Marine 2, right, there was actually still a pretty lively Space Marine 1 scene in PvP, and it wasn't a big scene, right, but it had enough players to fill a few games, right? And so, despite the game being not very popular, it still clicked for a lot of people, for, you know, a relatively lot of people. But like, I don't know why it is. I can see like everyone wants what they're doing to be popular, right? And I think that's a trap. Like, if you like something, just play it and enjoy it. And hopefully the devs don't fall into the trap of like making their game require a certain baseline pop to actually participate in. And like, that's my reason too, where I don't like, you know, say for example, always online services, right? Because they usually do a bad job of that. And giving control to the consumer and the player too usually means your game lasts a lot longer. So that's a fair point too. Games do have a definitive end of life, and sometimes developers don't necessarily announce the end of life. It could be in this, like, you know, the last thing developers usually want to do, right, is announce that the game is ending, or that they're ending support for like adding content to the game. Benjamin, we're still waiting for new content. We're kind of experimenting a bit and seeing if anything is new. The only thing that we've really noticed, or I've really noticed, is that Staunch to Bleeding is now a precursor for every quest in the Yoruska tree for quests, as opposed to just being one of the, like, a half precursor quest. Critical, I think we heard that it's basically going to be a Scav faction, right? Well, you'd be surprised. It's not necessarily they want their game to be popular, and they like a game, but they feel like they need that game to be popular to support. Like they want it to be popular, which is fair. Like you're a stand for a game. You want everyone to experience your game, but like, just accept the fact that like sometimes you might like things that aren't popular, and that's perfectly fine. You could have your own tastes. But it does seem like, in a sense too, right? With social media, people want to share what they're liking, and they want that thing that they're liking to be popular. So it picks up into off social media, they get their dopamine hit, so on and so forth, right? All right, no one joined. And I would say probably it's more social media. Like people want popular things to be accepted on social media, or rather, more popular things gain more traction on social media. It's like a feedback loop, also kind of, sort of, kind of like, right? Where if you're posting things that you're interested in and they aren't popular to the general audience, right? It seems that it's not popular at all or to anyone, because that's just how the algorithms work, right?
I hate this city.
It's all weird. It's all kind of dystopia, just being honest. It is kind of just weird. And keep in mind too, I'm very interested in it. It looks really cool. Like that's the aesthetic of a game I like, right? Where it's just like even if the gameplay might be boring, the aesthetic and the story looks awesome. And it's hard to conceptualize too, right? Because I don't use social media basically at all. So like I can't exactly understand the headspace that like maybe some of these younger kids are in. Keep in mind that we predominantly lean older here in this game so far. Not saying there ain't any young kids here, but I can tell you right now, we probably lean toward an older audience. And I'm not sure if I can exactly get into the headspace that some of these kids might be in nowadays. I can only assume. I think Nicholas ambiance storytelling could work. Like, well, I know too, for example, right? It seems like they wanted to like set up scenarios, right, where different factions win different battles on different maps, and the maps change depending on that. Like, someone mentioned recently, I think maybe like a week ago, right, how the Eclipse or the Night variants being all Eurasian or all Euruscan right now is just only one of the current like actual states that map can be in. So, and that's the state where like Eurusca or Eurasia won the battle, right? So we haven't actually seen the map states yet where Europa wins the battle, right? And they're at the Night version, right? So that could be a cool thing, right? Because I think they did say they wanted to see the actual maps change a bit depending on the state of the war and who's winning and who's losing, right? And you might not necessarily be able to affect that, but you'll be able to like see the overall meta things happening in the world that kind of influence it, right? Because you're just one cog in the machine. You shouldn't be able to affect the whole outcome, but you can definitely feel the outcome coming, right? So more emergent story, like telling like that, right? I don't want an actual literal story, but I want things like that where like it's emergent or it's different. That's unfortunate. Some guy. Have you tried the actual demo yet? Some guy, to see if it will work or not. I know some people were surprised, like with their 1080s working, right? Give it a try then. Like it's I will say it is about 60 gigs. So depending on your internet speed, it might take a while to download, but like it's a free demo, so you can just try it out and see if your game will run. You can see what kind of performance you'll get. Yeah. And that's like, I think that was their whole point with the demo too, is they kind of realized that they didn't want to have people to have to buy in to see if their game will actually run. No problem. Yeah. A Resident 1080 player. It's insane. How old is that card now? Like, it's actually crazy, like the lifespan of that card and how well it does considering its age. Literally like the greatest value you could possibly get for like the longest time. All right, the thief usually runs over here in the middle of the road. Thief? We're in camera next time. That tracks, yeah. I mean, like, if you told me 7 or 8 years ago, like, 1080 Ti is still going strong, bad. For that extra VHS, like, VHS pixelated look. Hold on, thief, come here, I hear you. No, never mind. Just cyborgs. Don't you do it. I hope so. Though, if these aren't units that will work, I will forgive them if they fully modeled interior. That's my, either they give me a working crawler or they let me go inside all of it. Either or. All right, I need medkits. Now, I will say, this is like, this quest is actually kind of hard in this map. There's not a lot of good medkit spots in this map, and they usually are here in the bunker area. Nicholas. You want to hear your skull go crunch? Actually, not familiar with that game. Lost Oasis. See some guy. Can I loot in peace, please? Damn cyborgs. Why don't you go to discover free will? Here, I'll help you. Free will to die. Yeah. That's great to hear, dude. That has been like probably like the best value graphics card of all time that I gotta imagine, right? Like, it's still kicking strong. At least some money. Come here, you.
Let's get it going.
I'm gonna bring an attack hammer next time. See if I can find more of these loot crates, perhaps. I have a regular capacity rig. I'm always out of ammo. Even when I fill myself up, like, my default on my main account is like 600 rounds. I can't do that in this game currently. But thanks for the notification. I appreciate it. Drones, don't you do it. Yeah, grenades currently don't exist except for the grenade launcher, but I could definitely see grenades being a thing eventually. I will say, I do want them to work on the bindings though first. Because right now, like, you can't rebind 7 or 3 for equipment or for consumables. Or sorry, Q or 4. So I would want to eventually see that be changed a bit. Yeah, grenades are kind of like a conflicting thing, right? Because like once the AI gets grenades, it probably makes it kind of really scary. Hey, chill out. Yeah, that tracks. It should, Ken. It should. Which makes it weird that it's currently not, though. That was a grenade launcher, boy. That was fucking terrifying. But that grenade launcher's worth a lot of money, though. Give me your grenade launcher. There we go.
Not bad. Not bad.
And we're basically full. Time to leave. HK, stop it. I mean, hold on. I'm at the bunker. I can just leave from the bunker. Yeah, no, I agree. It should be a gimme too, and it helps out a lot of players too. Not having rebindable keys does hurt a lot of players sometimes, especially with disabilities. It is Trawler. We tested it earlier. You can repair weapons in the game. It is. It is scary too. We haven't found the Eclipse variant yet. I'm not sure if it exists currently on the map. We haven't really experienced any of the horror maps yet. I'm not sure if it exists in the demo yet because we haven't seen it. But it's rare enough too where you can play a lot of rounds of the map and not experience it. I have 14 shots of 12 gauge. I have plenty of ammo.
Easy day.
Yeah, I mean, we could try to force night shift. Yeah, it's a big thing too. People who have like very preferences for their FPS keybinds. Alright, let's go ahead and then we should be on good terms now with you, right? We're so close. We killed too many cyborgs again. Come on. We can be best friends. There we go. Look at us, level 3. I forgot to, we don't actually really get any unlocks for doing level 3 Aramaki, but hey, at least we're friends. Alright. Let's see here. Can I actually get a better barrel yet for you? No. Alright, well, we talk. Troll, did they announce that? Did they announce it? Can't troll me like that. Hold on here. I don't have Discord open. You can't tease me like that. Everwinter. Announcements and clips. They announced the demo today. Okay. Yep, 30th. Okay, cool. No, he is the announcement is they posted the final demo announcement today. So it's been out for a few days, and then they announced that the content update is on the 30th, which is great because I'll be streaming on the 30th. I would make time if it wasn't for that anyway. Okay. They have locked themselves into a time slot. Vendors, Aramaki. Let me buy you. Probably time for an M4 soon, but I don't think I actually have an M4 available until I find a scout or kill a Europa guy, yeah. Usually for an M4 I go to mech trenches to actually kill that guy there, but I can just buy an M4. What am I saying? Come here, you. I'm thinking of like the challenge run I did. So I basically had to do deals from there. What the hell? Yes, save. Oh, really, Pixel? Hold on here. Let me open Discord. All right, and so yeah, demos here. I think this is a demo announcement, right? Yeah, this is a demo announcement, right? We can see the demo announcement. I'm pretty sure it's just a demo announcement, though. House. They always gotta show the cow, man. Okay, hold on here. Their B smart clip was shooting an exo right at the extract. I mean, that is the epitome of not being smart. This feels scripted. Not using a silencer, what a mistake. Yeah, cute little demo. I'm sure we'll have a trailer maybe for the patch on the 30th. Troller, from they've alluded that it's pretty big, but we'll have to see. Like, no one will actually know until we see what's on the patch. I wonder if they're gonna do it without any like notes at all, or are they gonna be like purposely vague? Are they gonna spoiler some of the notes or not? It does. It kind of gives you like a brief overview, like, right? Shows you some rough gameplay. It's a fine trailer. There's nothing wrong with it. Though, I mean, if you know the game, the funniest part was like him shooting an exo and then seeing the extract right next to him. It's like, so you have chosen death. I haven't found you yet, so we're gonna bring an attack cam. We're gonna see if we can't find what we need with attack cam. Though, we do have a friend. Fred. I hope he's ready, because I'm watching the game. I don't think he had any equipment on him, though. Hello, new baby Scav. We'll take you to Valhalla.
I hate this.
He's gonna say he wasn't ready. I'm an old man. You're an old man. We have so much in common. Yeah, as we saw at Zombie, yeah. Sure, you can join. If you have a demo, you can join. Oh yeah, we're just playing to see the experience, right? If there's anything like sneakily hidden in here. The only thing that we've like seen different wise is like there's a few quests have been like reordered. Like maybe they worked the skybox a bit, like maybe perhaps, I don't know. I could see it. I can't like I would need to like go to the live VM and like directly compare to probably tell. Again, everything else, the advancement kits are behind. I need them. So the demo is a... He picked up the pictures. I can tell you right now, between those two loot crates, he has picked up 5 pictures. So the demo is only Old Man and only Ashen Mesa. That's really the biggest thing. And for the most part, everything's the same. There's a few changes here and there. No problem. I'm actually surprised about Underkillers in, to be honest, but I guess I didn't want to like gut anything right. I really don't want to torture these poor young souls, but I do generally really want to bring one of these guys to the carrier. Yeah, Mesa is nice. It gives you a lot of ambiance and gives you like a lot of fighting. That's like not you fighting, so you can like kind of see units fight and all that. It gives you like a wide depth of units too. Like I think you can find like every unit on this map between the two variants. Also, I'm not gonna lie, us not getting shot at yet, it's probably not a great thing. It concerns me greatly. Because it makes me think that the HK variant that we have is not a regular hunter killer. So Marn, we are playing on the demo, and so Staunch to Bleeding is probably one of the changes with the demo. It's actually logging off the whole Euruscan tree now and not just a few of the quests on the tree. But yeah, we're playing the demo right now. We're playing with some new players, or at least a new player right now. All right, let's do a little bit of shooting over here. No drone zone. No drones. They probably respawn way too quickly when we actually do that. They respawn way too quickly. Leave him alone. Don't you fucking do it.
Shots at us.
See? This is just the default RPK. Or rather, this is the M4, but default RPK. Oh, he's not. He's using 2 surpluses right now. See you, Ken.
Remember, we're already dead.
Look at us go. We got so much experience. Not really. I would actually say the RPK is one of the few guns you should actually ADS for. It's way more controllable actually in ADS than it is in third person, which is kind of the contrast to a lot of different guns. A lot of guns are more controllable in third person than they are in ADS. RPK is the exact opposite. But general recoil control with the RPK is doable. Just, you know, pull down. You can usually mag dump with it and be perfectly fine. I wouldn't know, unfortunately, because I don't really play much Old Man. Like, I'm very poorly, like, I don't really know Old Man at all, to be honest. Let me buy you. Yeah, the AK and the RPK are basically the same. The RPK just like has more. It has more. 545. We should probably bring 545 so we can like give him extra ammo if we need to. Select. Not sure if he's vibing with this at all. There's a real struggle here, boys. I'm hoping I'm not coming off as like I'm trying to play the game for him. I'm just trying to give him a little advice, you know? This silence is really fucking useful. Which, that's a good point too. I could get them silencers also. I can literally just get them again with the silencer on it probably. But is this teaching a man to fish, or teach a man to fish, or give a man a fish? We're brothers. We're two brothers. Two brothers in the apocalypse, both with missing an arm. Just two little guys. We should probably get like a gun ready though, just in case. Just in case. So load out weapons and ammo. Could just give him RPK, but he probably doesn't have ammo for that. It would probably confuse him. I want that one, but I want to put that one in there, but I need to. There we go, boys. He's learning. All with no meds. Bring at least a few meds, friend. Even a small here or there. He's learning. They're learning. Same coat, same head. God, with literally clothes. Look at him. Oh, we can pick up this quest. That's a great idea. We should do hide nav comp. I'm gonna go ahead and be a good boy. I'm gonna bring in some extra ammo for him. I normally wouldn't bring this much ammo, I think, but like, I think he's gonna run out of ammo real quickly. Oh, he brought more in, we're good. I think we take him. I think we take him to the crawler this time. Yeah, Chilpy. Yeah, demo's out for now. They came out Friday, I think, but they announced it today, and they also announced the content patches for this Wednesday, which is huge, huge. Oh yeah, we're just playing with some new players in the demo.
Check your mags before we get going.
There's a crawler moving in. Look at it go. Yeah, the content patch is on 30th, so Wednesday. So we're taking to the crawler, by the way. We're 100% going to the crawler. It will move when you spawn in the map. And it doesn't look necessarily great, right? Because it's silent and it's a bit janky, but like it does have like a little intro where it moves in, yeah. I wonder if like, so I know right now they don't have voice in game, like push to talk or like even just like a basic, you know, talking feature. I wonder how hard that is to add into like for how hard it is to add in. Yeah, it really happens all the time, but it can happen occasionally. We are definitely taking to the crawler.
Gives us an actual chance.
Man, I really hope that we just haven't seen it yet, but I really hope Eclipse is in the demo for sure. It's just a cool map. It has to be in the demo, man. I'm gonna get my new friend killed. But it's so cool not to go into. Which is why we brought you here. amount of beds. Run away. Gooper. Bullets do in fact hurt. Oh, no, run.
If it's our time, it's our time.
You do, run. Fido's here.
Engaging us. Jackpot.
Oh. I shot him first to distract him. Okay, did he get out? He got out? Hey, little friend. Are you stuck? Oh, he's second place. We're good. Hey, Orgaback. Bye, Orgaback. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy who's stuck?
Damn close call. On a day of close calls.
Not even close. Not stressful at all. At no point did we also get close to dying. Friggin' Fido came out of nowhere and bitch slapped me for half my HP. There we go. 762's back. And 545. More than that. All right. RPK back on the menu. 762, like 300 rounds. What up, beds? Yeah, truly. I feel like at that point, professional, that it might be actually killable. Or like fuck up, like you can like maybe like disable it. That would be a cool thing too, like disabling a grabber so you can run away. Weirdly enough, one of the better things you can do for like gaining XP is just looting quickly and a lot. You get a ton of experience for looting, especially high quality items. So if you like get used to like doing loot runs on particular maps, you can gain a lot of XP that way, especially with bigger rigs. Just two old bed, literal clones. I believe so. Yeah, the higher enemy, the bigger enemy you kill, the more experience you get. I think that tracks. You get like a lot of experience usually for killing exos. Usually quests too for killing like big units too, like exos and stuff like that. Some of the better quests. So if you're playing on the regular version of the game, there's Thief in the Night, which is a good alcohol quest. Like basically, if you want to grind experience quickly, if you're not on the demo, you can do this quest on Mac Trenches. It gives you a lot of experience consistently. You can also do a thing called Mech Wreck. You do need to finish Staunch to Bleeding first, but Mech Wreck is a pretty easy quest to do in Mausoleum very consistently. Yeah, it's a really easy farm to spot. The Mech Wreck quest you can do pretty consistently too. You do need to like learn the spawns. Like you usually want to do Ruins spawn and then rush to the center of the map for Mech Wreck, but like it's pretty consistently doable from Ruins. You can occasionally find Thief on that map too, but it's much less consistent. Yeah, like that's the biggest downside of Scav Girl Old Man, is because when you level up, you have to reset your rig. It means that you have this slow period for leveling up again. I do hope they revert the skill trees and not have that anymore. It would just be nice to have, or rather, if they were going to do that, it should be tied to prestige and not to like a skill XP unlock. So like once you have it unlocked, it's always unlocked. But considering the vast disparity between having better and worse rigs for experience gain, I just don't feel like it should be something on your skill tree. I could see like Shaman, right? So we can't show on this character, but Shaman has a carry capacity upgrade. I could see that maybe being the thing for like volume or something else on other characters. I'm not they do have set POI spawns, like, or like rather, they have dynamic spawns for a few things like props and so on and so forth. And they do have the variants, right? I think their main way of doing that is the variants. So it wouldn't be mid-match. I do think having certain events during maps would be cool though. Like artillery strikes, so on and so forth. If they were willing to do it, I would love an entire underground area, or at least a decently sized underground area for each map. And it would be cool to have artillery strikes that kind of incentivize you to play indoors, right? Like for Bunker on that map on Mesa, I would really think it'd be super damn cool to have a bunch of like sprawling hallways under the bunker, like, you know, filled with enemies, loot, and so on and so forth. But like considering Bunker's already a high risk, high loot spot, make it like the epitome of that, right? Like make it almost like a very hard task to do, especially considering an artillery strike too, right? Where like when everyone's indoors. Though one thing I want to see too, I don't think they could ever do this, but I would love so much. There's a bunch of like static spawns for guns, like on the crawlers and on the bunker, that don't do like anything yet. They're just static props. It would be a lot of work and it would probably be a big performance hit, but just seeing them used or destroyed or shot at or just do anything with them would be so cool. Yeah, there is a map called that, right? On the regions map, we have Underground Cemetery. The feeling is that Frozen Swamp will be next. We don't know that to be exact fact yet, but like that's the theory. But Cemetery does sound like awesome. Yeah, that's the case too. Like 3 bunch of maps, that'd be cool too. Maps like that, that'd be interesting. I do like the concept, especially with the Pneumatic Jump, of them having certain areas on the map that are like You can do a lot with progression and maps, and like Witchfire does this really well, right? Witchfire is a great like PvE extraction shooter too. Witchfire does this really well. As you progress through the game and you do things and you get better unlocks and so on and so forth, and you do certain things that did trigger it, a lot of the maps begin opening up a ton. So like your starting map for Witchfire, you'll start out relatively weak and you'll be like learning the very basics of a map. But as you come back to that map later, a lot of the aspects of it unlock because you have now leveled up to an extent that you have access to the areas. And it adds a lot of depth to the map. Like, it's just really well done and cool. And I could definitely see scenarios in the future with this game, right? Where they could maybe plan for like things like pneumatic jump or like maybe 3D printing bots, right? Like say for example, you bring a drone in, right? You know, you escort a drone from your spawn to like an area to like, you know, 3D print a bridge for you to get to a spot you wouldn't normally be able to get to. Stuff like that. And that can add a lot of depth to maps and change the playstyle of maps depending on like what your current status in the game is. But I recognize also that it's a very like, in regards to like being high in the list of things to do, it's usually not very high up, adding a lot of depth to maps. Especially considering they're already somewhat constrained too on other things. I want to explore all of these pipes. Like this has to go to the surface, right? Oh my god, imagine the drones. Where's our flak guns at? Make it like a World War II battleship? What does he mean by flickers? Let's see if that works. I have been turning off VSync for literally ever. I have never had an instance where VSync has been a good feature for me to have. That's a good suggestion. Like, I don't, out of so many bugs I've had in games, they've almost always been related to VSync, so I just always turn it off. Like, for example, the very first Dead Space, not the remake, but the original Dead Space, right, had an insane issue with desync, or not with VSync, where, like, if you used VSync, it made your input lag, like, literally a second. It was insane. Like, not like a millisecond, like an actual full 1,000 milliseconds. It was crazy. It was literally unusable in Dead Space 1. So VSync essentially, it tries to basically force the game to match the frame rate of your monitor so that you don't have any visual artifacting, or what's it called? The striations on your, like, your screen occasionally. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. If there's the effect for it, what's it called, right? Yeah, thank you, tearing. Yeah, it's visual tearing, and it would help with that visual tearing, basically, right? Where you almost have like an old VHS effect with screen tear. Yeah, thank you. And VHS basically, or sorry, VSync would help that. We have a new friend. But yeah, VSync is supposed to help with that. It basically matches your frame rate with your monitor so that you don't have any screen tearing. The downside is if it's, you know, it generally inputs input lag, basically meaning, you know, your inputs are delayed by a certain amount of milliseconds. And for Dead Space 1, it was abhorrent. Like, it made the game almost unplayable on mouse and keyboard. Let me open up my friends list. Come here, you. I'm not sure if you can add me easily, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I usually say above 60. It depends on the map. With Mesa, I don't have any issues, but I will say, like, Mausoleum, I've had issues with that. Like, Mausoleum, I'll go down to 40s pretty consistently, which I think was why they put Mesa in, because I think they know that, like, Mausoleum has some performance issues. But yeah, most maps 60 FPS, indoor area 60 FPS, and then, yeah, Mausoleum's bad. If I don't restart my machine, it can be that bad sometimes, but I think that's more my machine than anything else. But yeah, there are some instances too where if there's a lot going on, I'll drop, but like, I've never really gotten like super, I will go down in FPS, but I don't ever have any instances where like I get soft freezes or I get like actual sub like 30 FPS spikes. Like, when it drops consistently. I don't get the drops where it goes to like unplayable for a few seconds. Which is really nice to see, right? Like, it's nice to have a game where it doesn't like do those stutters occasionally. Invite to game. Yeah, I'm so unfamiliar. All I know is from my friend who has AMD cards is that Whenever a new game comes out, he always has issues because the driver support isn't usually there right off the bat. He's also just eternally cursed to be constantly bugged too. You gonna say no? Red? The eyes look so dead. Like, you can see his face, but it's like he just looks dead inside. Thanks for the follow, Rooted. Yeah, elephant's bad for me too. Like, yeah. Like, I will consistently sit around 40. Like, what he's experiencing right now is usually what I experience, what my friend experiences on all AMD cards. It's like, usually there's always something wrong with the AMD card in a newer game. And it's like, it's not AMD's fault either. They are like, I don't think they probably have the biggest graphics team, but like, yeah. I will say, like, despite having to use rebar, I am actually pleasantly surprised by the Intel cards. I think having a third competitor in the graphics market is a good thing. Like, sure, it's all these giant companies, but like, I would much rather have 3 than 2, or, you know, 3 than 1. So rebar is resizable bar. It's a BIOS setting. It essentially allows for Intel GPUs to talk to CPUs a lot better. Essentially allows them to share resources a lot better. And the Intel GPUs basically need to have it on. If they don't have it on, you get a severe performance impact. Like, they basically make the Intel cards unusable. But essentially, it's a setting to basically make sure the CPU and the graphics card talk better. Yeah. It might be a Windows 11 thing too, only, but I think it's not. I think it's you needed to have Windows 10, but yeah. There's a few, like, I don't have Windows 11 except for my laptop, which it came with, right? So I'm so unfamiliar with 11 right now. Yeah, I'm Windows 10. I basically want to sit on this forever if I can. I know I'm not going to be able to, but like, both, like, my only thing that I have that's 11 is my laptop that I bought recently, so, because it came with it. I have no other reason. I actually can't upgrade this machine to Windows 10. It won't let me, but my streaming PC I could. Which there's no reason to, why fix what's already working, or why break what's working? Yeah, like, I have no problems with 10, so why bother? I would say I am dipping down to 40 now, but there's a lot of vehicle combat going on down there. Need to find him some drone parts. Is it a highlight for them too? Oh, buddy, you can do it. Oh no, someone has a grenade launcher. Just fucking playing hopscotch over here. Guess we're looking for drones. That tank over there? I don't think we've ever seen a Mercado that close. 100%. A lot of the reservation for people in regards to like getting this game was the performance, and they didn't know how their machine would perform. And so having a demo just to mainly give people an idea of their FPS and performance with their rigs is a huge thing, right? It enables them to buy the actual early access game without fearing that they'll just have, like, you know, refunded immediately for performance. I really want to go stand on that tank for the memes. Ruh-roh. Oh, whoops. How is he alive? He had to be like 1 HP. And you might be wondering too, Kilpo, you released a guide saying don't come here, there's no reason to come here. You are absolutely correct. But we're playing a demo and they don't know that. So tanks can shoot at you, Rooted, but you have to engage them first. And even then, they only really shoot at you with their coax or their top-mounted machine gun. They don't generally shoot at you with their cannon. You can die from it, but it's usually from getting collateraled as opposed to being actually targeted with their turret.
Way too hot here. Keep low.
Fucking conga line.
Oh shit. I got what I need.
Let me up. Don't you despawn. Nice. I saw one more around here too. America.
Time to run. Don't be stupid. That time. Carry the fire in these buckets.
It really is. Yeah, Laura is the crazy for this game. I'm out of meds. Rewind, no! Leave the new guy alone. All right, I have 200 HP in a dream. Time to leave.
Easy day.
Well, that was uniquely terrifying. All right. So good. I know like most of my RPK ammo though, unfortunately. Yeah, let's look up 300 rounds. Works. It was definitely all my meds though. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, I saw, like, I was trying to make sure I wasn't hitting rewind, but I did notice that when I fell, Goober, that I was hitting my teammate. I was like, no, stop. Very terrifying. Maybe. I imagine. It might not shoot through you though, actually. I might just stop shooting. I noticed that like when we place turrets down before, like spamming them, they generally don't shoot through each other. They'll wait. So they probably have some good like AI for that. Yeah, turrets are pretty scuffed. It is fun though to play Bagman with 8 of the turrets. You have to put them in like situations where they'll excel, like around corners, not in open spaces. But they were kind of fun with the one time we did it. But you cannot place them in the open. 20mm turrets right now just have such a wide spread that you have to be very careful with where you shoot, like put them basically. And they have a good amount of HP, but they still get one shot by like, you know, any big like grenade launchers, vehicles, so on and so forth. Yeah. So my favorite spot so far, Goober, is on mech trenches, right outside plug pole, up the staircase. You can cover both entryways with 4 turrets each, and then you can just start the aggro train, and you can kill a lot of Europa soldiers that way with 4 turrets on each side. And it's in such close proximity too that you're generally fine. Like they'll last a long time. Does he get a lot faster, Goober, or is he still pretty slow at 23? Yeah, and Painless is just insanely fun to use. Yeah, like that's the nice thing too with the rack, and you're like with any of the rigs for Bagman, you can make so much experience per like going in. That's not bad then. But like yeah,
farming Europa troops with Painless and Bagman's just also good too, because weirdly enough, you can actually leave with more ammo than you bring in if you go kill Europa guys with Painless. You probably meant to say why we're playing the demo. M249's cool. I didn't get to the point with M249 where I'm actually using like that hand grip. It looks really cool, the M249, when it's like kitted out. Like with that hand guard, right? Though the AA-12 is supreme, right? The AA-12 just does so much freaking work. Didn't we get one? Need to bring it in and repair it. Yeah, like it's not fully done yet, I think, Goober, but like I do agree. Like the ADS thing with like it just feels it feels a little bit weird. That's weird. I know this game does a really good job with original pricing, so I'm curious if they're not getting regionally priced. It's fair, yeah. Games are expensive. Not everyone has the means. Yeah, I mean, like they said October, and it's gonna be October, and technically they could have done worse. Could have been the 31st. They're saying the 30th though. There we go. Aha, he's bringing. He understands. Bring the ammo. Seems about the same so far. It might be running a little bit smoother in single mode, but that's probably just anecdotal or just from like the game being freshly started, I guess, but about the same so far. And Larry, I will say too, there seems to be very little different from the demo and the game we currently have now. It seems like anything new coming with this patch on Wednesday isn't in here, outside of maybe a few quest things for Mesa specific purposes.
Get this done.
Like it doesn't seem like there's a lot extra here at the moment, which is perfectly fine as a demo, right? But like, there's not any like peel behind the curtain of what's coming.
Yeah, the devs seem to be like saying it is a lot, right? Any Emergents? Okay. Thought you needed wood, but alright. It be finished? We don't necessarily know yet, but they say it's big. We'll have to see. This is their first actual big patch, so we don't necessarily know what encompasses big yet. I like how they're giving them back the widest berth, which is fair. Yeah, there's not. It's the patches so far have only been hot fixes, basically addressing like big concerns and so on and so forth. This is the first like actual like content patch we're gonna have, right? Coming this Wednesday. And what we're playing right now is the demo. So we're only playing the demo of the game, which came out technically last Friday. They announced it today, which is one map, one character, and it's currently mainly based on the current patch of the game.
Don't get boxed in. Spread out.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they do water stuff. They might just like gut it for right now and get like a baseline in and then finish reworking it later. I'm not sure how much they could do in regards to a month. I want to take more people inside the crawler, but the crawler seems uber dangerous now. Like before it was dangerous and now it's super dangerous, but it's still so damn cool. Maybe I don't really know. I haven't looked, to be honest. Like maybe it's a demo, right? So it's literally free and it's relatively new. So I'd imagine so. There's still plenty of players in the regular game too. Especially with the announcement of a patch coming, though. They might be holding themselves off for the patch. Yeah, I mean, it's strictly peer-to-peer, right? So, like, if they're far away from you, I can see that being the case. Like, the peer-to-peer is nice, but it always has those, like, the weird quirks, right, of connecting to other players can be always a bit moody at times. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're gonna avoid the crawler for now. I want to take him to the 3rd floor of the chain extract. There's some good loot there on the 3rd floor. The game is easy until you get just absolutely sidelined by a sniper. A snapper. Cultured, I would say if you're still hesitant, wait until join the Discord, Cultured, and then wait until Wednesday and see how big the patch is on Wednesday. I'll be streaming it too. And from there, we'll have a good gauge of the content. People, if you enjoy the general gameplay loop of the demo, there is still plenty of content if you enjoy the general loop. But if you're already feeling a bit bored in the demo, I would say be a little bit cautious, perhaps. The different maps do help out quite a lot, but like, there is always like the risk, right, of burning out, but we'll see Wednesday. We can kind of get an idea of what their patch content's going to be Wednesday. And their general cadence so far is 1 map per quarter, but we don't know if they're going to hit that consistently. Figurines, like miniatures, minis. They're gonna start their own 40K, their own plastic crack. Wish granted. They're gonna partner with Games Workshop. Rip your entire paycheck. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Fair. I mean, I could definitely see the market too for like, I know, for example, they're hesitant in regards to like they don't want to do MTX, but I could definitely see a case, right, where they do minis, they do like lore stuff for the game, like art books and so on and so forth, and then they can make money that way and expand the IP. Also, I kind of like the IP right now. It's still pretty baseline, but all right, I'm gonna rewind. That's weird. Time to skedaddle. Yeah, exactly. So I can see them going back to those routes too as regards to like additional sources of income for funding, like art books, models, and so on and so forth.
Congrats, guys. We didn't die.
Fertilizer. The main thing though was we repaired our AA-12. Where are you? Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's it for today. Taking an early one today, because I'm probably going to be doing, if we're getting patch on Wednesday, I'll be starting as soon as the patch comes out, and probably streaming for a while to figure out everything's going on the patch. So we'll big stream Wednesday. And we'll see what happens from there. But thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Hopefully see you Wednesday for the patch. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully see a lot of new things. And yeah, thanks for watching.